Hey guys, welcome back. It's time to take a look at another game store thief, another break-in. I guess this happened twice to the Pink Gorilla Games in Seattle. So we're going to take a look at the video. We'll take a look at the perp. As always, if you guys recognize who it is, please let me know. The reward, all yours. I'm not concerned about that. I just hope that at some point here we can catch some of these game store thieves. There's no need for it. It's small family-owned businesses for the most part, and it's just unacceptable. Keep an eye out. If you see anything, if there's anything that looks like the similar perp from another robbery, please send that information my way as well, and let's see if we can catch some of these guys. So, title here, we have Pink Gorilla Games offers $10,000 reward to catch burglar caught on camera, and tomorrow's video will be another of the similar story, same game store, but a much more, I guess, a scary incident that happened. All right, let's watch the video here. I can't.
Caught on camera after almost 2 decades without an incident, a local game shop has been broken into twice in the last 2 weeks. The owner of Pink Gorilla Games believes the same thief may be responsible. He's offering a $10,000 reward to anyone who can help police identify and catch him.
Fox 13 News reporter Jennifer Dowling spoke with him about the break-ins.
For the second time in 2 weeks, you could hear the glass shatter as a thief smashed through the glass doors at Pink Gorilla Games on South King. While cameras were rolling outside, inside they caught a different angle of the thief blasting through the door.
It looked like he cut up his hand a whole lot trying to get in and then took that same giant rock straight through our front door.
Owner Cody Spencer, who also had a shop in the U District, says both break-ins happened in the International District. The first on July 5th.
The first one...
So this is like definitely an example of it's unfortunate and it's ugly, but you gotta have bars on the windows and the doors. Unfortunately, with this type of person around that's going to take advantage and break in, it's kind of a necessity. That and cameras. It's good that they had cameras. More cameras, the better. I think just if you can catch an angle. And some sort of alert system that's going to let you know when it's happening at the time, in case police can get there.
It was pretty heartbreaking and frustrating.
He says the burglar got away with a Nintendo Switch and a number of games, making multiple trips before a delivery driver spotted him, scaring him off, along with a getaway driver.
Totaling up the damage afterwards was pretty awful. So
that's the thing too. It's just like the amount of damage that's going to happen to the shop. It's probably more than the Switch, and I don't know how many games they got away with, but it's ridiculous.
That's a lot of work. $14,000 in damage and theft. That's pretty brutal.
During the second theft, July 22nd, the thief stole over $1,500 in merchandise.
It feels so much worse because it just feels like, what are we going to do? What can be done about this? Is it just going to keep happening forever?
Cody says at one point cameras captured a close-up.
So we get a little image there, or maybe pause it because it kind of darkens it out when I pause it there. But there's the perp. Like, what kind of shitty human being do you have to be doing this to a small business, to a game store, for what, $1,500, and that's going to cost them or their insurance. And if their insurance goes up because he broke the glass, and now they're going to put extra security in place.
The suspect's face. He says when he compared the video of the two thefts, he felt it was the same man based on size, build, and his walk.
It sure looks like him, and he did exactly the same thing as last time.
The thief left blood behind on the broken glass, so he may have cuts on his hand or wrist.
Maybe this guy's your friend, or maybe somehow you know who is doing this to us and all the other people of Seattle. $10,000, turn them into the police.
Cody's considering installing bars on the windows and believes this thief will strike again.
Obviously, he's not just doing it to us. The police told me
Jesus.
that a lot of our types of store, like collectible fun stores, were broken into the same day, like 3 or 4 of them that same night.
In Seattle, Jennifer Dowling, Fox.
Like, you have to have absolutely no respect for yourself or others in order to do something like this. Like, clearly, you don't have any self-value if you're breaking into a shop and stealing $1,500 worth of stuff.
It's a
Let's pause that before it keeps going. So let's read through the article here. Seattle, after nearly 2 decades without an incident, a local game shop has been broken into 2 times in just the past 2 weeks. The owner of Pink Gorilla Games believes the same thief may have struck twice and is now offering a $10,000 reward to anyone that can help catch him. So this isn't the first time we've seen something like this. It seems like they get away with it the first time. They come back for more. Again, absolutely ridiculous. The article here is from July 25th, 2022. So it's been a while since it's happened. Hopefully there's more security in place. And this is absolutely ridiculous. Security video shows the burglar punching through the glass of the business in order to get in. The owner says in the 17 years that the business has been located off South King Street, this is the first time it's ever been targeted. Ignore the ads all over the place here. Looked like he cut up his hand a whole lot trying to get in and then took that same giant rock straight through our front door, said Cody Spencer, the owner of Pink Gorilla Games. Cody also has a shop in the U District, but says both break-ins happened in the International District. The first occurred on July 5th. The first one was pretty heartbreaking and frustrating, said Cody. I can't imagine, you work so hard to build something up. It's not easy to open a game store. It takes a ton of work, and you basically have to have a ton of passion in the industry, whether it's cards, whether it's video games, etc. It doesn't just run itself. It's not just free money. It's tough. It's absolutely tough. There's a reason why a lot of them fail, and this type of terrible behavior by individuals certainly does not help that. It says during that incident, the burglar got away with a Nintendo Switch and a number of games, making multiple trips potentially to load a vehicle before a delivery driver spotted him and yelled, scaring him off along with what looked like a getaway driver. Totaling up the damage. So this is another important part. If you own a game store, make sure you have cameras inside and outside that can see the parking lot in every direction. Yes, you can reach out to neighboring businesses and see if they have footage, but it's best to have all your own stuff and have some sort of process ready in case something happens. And they like to do it in the middle of the night, and whether or not police can get there right away, it's hard to say. Sometimes they take their time, so if you can be alerted right away, whether it's through an app on your phone, then you can call the police. Hopefully they get there in time to catch the people that are doing it. Totaling up the damage afterward was pretty awful, said Cody. That's a lot of work, $14,000 in damage, and theft is pretty brutal. So yeah, the majority of that being in damage, and then if they've done this twice now, I guess with the door, both the door and the side glass for the door, there's probably a name for that. I'm not sure. I'm not a contractor and or a door salesman. During the second burglary on July 22nd, the thief stole over $1,500 in merchandise. It feels so much worse because it's like, what are we going to do? What can be done about this? Is it just going to keep happening forever, he said. Cody says at one point, cameras captured a close-up of the suspect's face. He says when he compared video of the 2 thefts, he felt it was the same man based on size, build, and his walk. It sure looks like him, and he did exactly the same thing as last time, said Cody. The thief left blood behind on the broken glass, so he may also have cuts on his hand or wrist. Yeah, there's like the one where he's coming through the glass there. It's just like he's cutting himself up with the windows that he's breaking. No one said these people were smart. I mean, you had to be the dumbest of dumb to be breaking into places for $1,500. Like, clearly, you either have a criminal rap sheet already, or you're gonna end up getting one for something as stupid as that. Maybe this guy is your friend, or maybe somehow you know who is doing this to us and all the other people of Seattle. $10,000 turned them into the police, said Cody. Cody says he's now considering installing bars on the windows and doors and believes that the thief will strike again unless he's arrested. Obviously, he's not just doing it to us. The police told me that a lot of our types of stores, like collectible fun stores, were broken into the same day, like 3 to 4 that same night. Holy crap. That's pretty ridiculous. Cody says the $10,000 reward will go to anyone who provides information that leads to an arrest and conviction. So again, guys, keep an eye out for this stuff. If you have a game store, make sure you have as much security as you can put in place. It'll save you money in the long run. And also, if we can collectively stop these people from doing this or catch them, I think that's a good thing too. So keep all that in mind. Keep an eye out. Another video tomorrow. Same shop. Seems like it's just getting worse and worse for them. It's kind of sad to see, because game stores, I think, are a fun spot for collectors and video game trading card enthusiasts to buy their stuff, to go together. I've done a lot of that recently, and sad to see. Sad to see that somebody thinks so little of themselves and is so inconsiderate that they would potentially ruin somebody else's business that they've worked hard on. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Join the Discord, and I'll see you next time. Again, any information, let me know.